Ladies and gentlemen, we're back.
Hello.
Episode 43 of the P&A Cast podcast.
This is a bonus.
Yes.
Today is Thursday, June 6th, but you fuckers are probably listening to this on Friday the 7th. Happy Friday to you.
Happy fucking Friday. This is MMA based only. UFC 238. We do our picks. We have a couple of hot topics right before UFC 238.
Like, some Nate Diaz antics.
Yes, the Khabib Porier fight. Not Khabib.
Yes, Khabib.
Yeah, Khabib Porier fight. We briefly
Can
break
barely
that
believe
down. And then a couple other things. So if you guys enjoy, let us know.
Enjoy.
If not,
fuck you.
don't let us know.
No, I'll listen to you. You can vent to me.
I can't handle
He's bad at rejection.
criticism.
Yeah.
It breaks me. Have fun. Enjoy. Like
Yikes! Yeah, why do you have to say that? You could have done that way more subtly.
She has like a big chin.
I'm just saying that she looks like a caveman.
I didn't say it like that.
Basically.
I just said Bigfoot silver face. You
know exactly what that means.
We're back, everybody.
Welcome to a special
Episode 43.
I shouldn't even put numbers on these. They're all fucking. Yeah. It doesn't mean anything. This is gonna be the
easy. There it means something to me.
No, it doesn't. It's all meaningless. This is the second episode of the week. First episode of the week was 42. Now we're doing 43, and in 4 days we're gonna do 44.
We're doing the bonus episode today of MMA.
We're doubling up on bonuses, I think.
Yes. UFC 238. You're actually recording 2 podcasts today because I'm gonna be on vacation.
No one gives a shit. Don't rub it in your face just to make yourself feel better.
I just found out. I was reading like my booking details because I went through booking.com, and my room that I got is a double room, which is dope. It has a king size bed and it has a jacuzzi bathtub.
You just found this out? I thought you were bragging about that before.
The jacuzzi bathtub I knew about. Yeah. The double room I had no idea about.
Interesting. So can I come?
No. Are you kidding me?
Why?
Are you fucking kidding me? And it's soundproof. So you know what that means, right?
Jesus. You'll be sitting and no one else has to suffer for
nice
it.
Round of applause the whole time.
You don't even know that song and you still sing it.
Yeah, so this episode is basically all UFC 238.
There's also some big news that has happened that we need to discuss. Some fights that we haven't had a chance to talk about. Do
you want to do that first or UFC 238?
Let's do the miscellaneous stuff first. Yeah.
Okay, well, the first thing is going to be like the hot takes.
Okay.
First thing is Yoel was getting paid. This is like old news, but we didn't talk about it at all. So basically, Yoel, if you don't know, he was suspended in 2016, I believe, for testing positive for a banned substance. He said that, he said, "Oh no, that wasn't me," in my best Yoel Romero accent. I love you. I can't do it. But he was like, he said that's bullshit. And his manager, Maki Cowie, he's the same manager as John Jones. He was like, okay, well, if you're telling the truth, I'll like go 100% in on this, and like I got your back.
Help you out, yeah.
Yeah, and he goes, yeah, like I'm clean. So I like checked all his supplements that he was taking, and finds out that one of his protein supplements from, I think it's called Gold Star. Like what Gold Star is like one of the higher up as far as protein.
Sure, I'd imagine so.
Because I've heard of them. I'm sure you've heard of them too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of their products was tainted with the same exact supplement, and they were able to find it in like several of their tests. So it pretty much like proved that Yoel didn't like knowingly take a banned substance.
Just tainted.
Right, and since it was in so many of them, like Yoel was suing the company because they were obviously like they were lying about their product. They had shit in there that wasn't supposed to be in there.
And it affected his career and possibly the money that he made.
Right. So the lawsuit just went down and they just settled it, and he received $3 million for lost wages.
Nice.
$3 million for like pain and suffering or some shit.
Always nice. Pain and suffering is a very expensive thing, apparently.
And then like $3 million for like tainting his name. So like $9 million total. But in the state of New Jersey where this happened, if a company has been like knowingly found guilty for lying about their product, the fine is 3 times that amount. So
3 times?
Yeah. So he is getting settled for $27 million.
Jesus Christ.
Which means Gold Star is probably not going to be a company anymore.
They're going to have to sell everything just to pay like half of that.
They're going to go bankrupt.
How does that even work?
I'd be shocked if he got a fraction of that, honestly.
Like ever?
Yeah, like ever, because it's an LLC. It's a corporation,
shit, yeah.
and like you're not held liable. Your company's held liable, and if you go bankrupt,
no company, no money.
Right. Let me see. I want to see I'm pretty sure on Joe Rogan's podcast they looked up how much that company made last year, and it was like I think they made like $60 million last year. So they may pay it, or they may like they're obviously gonna like contest it. They're gonna go like claims court or however that works.
Sure,
they're gonna contest it. So it's gonna be like a few more years probably before like they actually get like a real settlement. So maybe like they get it down to like X amount, and then they may pay him like $10 million or something, but I'm not positive about that. Like I would imagine that they're gonna go bankrupt.
Goddamn, American justice system, huh?
Yeah,
fucking wild.
And I'm trying to see,
even if they make $60 million, I mean, a lot of that obviously goes into product and marketing and all that other bullshit, building, payments. So I'm on the bankrupt train, honestly.
Let me see. Gold Star Performance Products profits in 2018. Fuck it. It's not even worth it. I'm on the FDA.
Not worth it at all. They're going bankrupt.
Yeah, they're probably.
That is the consensus.
Let me see if I can find like a quick little snippet of it. This is why we need like a Jamie to look at shit while we are doing the podcast.
I know. What the
That'd
fuck?
Be nice.
Where's Sam at? She's
for real.
Slacking.
She's getting her shit together. We'll let you know. All right, no, Joe will let you know. Somebody will let you know.
It ain't us, honestly.
So good thing for y'all. If he really got $27 million, I honestly, I don't know if he would ever fight again. Especially,
why would he?
Especially if you don't get a title shot. Like as long as Yoel Romeo's champ, like he's not getting another title shot.
Yeah, I mean,
he's
gonna fight himself.
Robert Whittaker.
He's his biggest enemy.
Sorry, Robert Whittaker. So if like Israel like starches Robert Whittaker, and then like Yoel comes back and goes to fight him, he might do that. And then he's the champ, and then he like has that achievement, you know. But
if Israel beats Bobby Knuckles, does Yoel beat Israel?
Shit, I don't know. If Israel beats Robert Whittaker,
he's fucking.
He's new John Jones.
Exactly.
We'll see that. That fight is fucking a whole nother level.
Neither here nor there.
We could talk about it earlier. Michael Bisping was quoted that there is a God because Yoel fucking won a lawsuit about him not getting popped for steroids.
Yoel, the soldier of God, he gets
fucking hilarious.
Fucking paid out of nowhere. He didn't do anything. He was just doing exactly what he normally would have done, what other fighters have done. Mm-hmm. I'm sure other fighters have been like caught with a taint of something that they had nothing to do with.
Right.
Where was their money?
But I imagine most of them is where the supplement company can justify and say, like, you know, our supplier also makes supplies for this X other company who makes creatine-based thing or whatever. That's why Onnit like has like their own company that is like makes their own shit because they're terrified of getting sued and stuff like that. And it's like the professional thing to do.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah. So that's Yoel. Good on him. Next hot topic is Uriah Faber is fighting Ricky Simón.
Ricky Simón. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. We had this discussion at length. He said, "Yeah, he's fighting Ricky Simon." It was pretty good. I was like, "Wow, I'm pretty sure it's Simón."
So do you
culturally sound?
Do you know him at all?
We've watched him fight, right?
I think once.
When was his last fight?
I honestly don't know. I can look it up real quick.
Get your fucking head out of your ass. How about that?
How about I look it up real quick? He is on an 8-fight win streak. I can tell you that.
Right.
And he's had 3 fights in the UFC. All 3 of them he's won. He's only had 1 loss, which is a submission, which Uriah Faber is a fucking badass.
Absolutely.
With submissions, but it's been a long time ago. It was a rear naked choke, though. That is Uriah Faber's bread and butter. His last fight was...
Is that really saying anything, though? I feel like a lot of guys have a rear naked choke bread and butter.
His last fight was in the Adesanya Silva fight.
Who was it against?
It was Ronnie Yahya? Y-A-H-Y-A? I don't know.
I'm almost positive he was fought someone that I like knew when I watched the fight. I don't know.
Montel Jackson?
It's weird.
Like the Montel TV show? It's the only Montel I know.
I mean, me too, I guess.
But yeah, he's a young up-and-coming prospect. Yeah. He was a former LFA champion. Mm-hmm. So he's definitely got some credentials behind him.
Sure.
So he's young, too. He's 26. Uriah Faber's 14 years older than him.
All right, so this is a classic. Let's throw an old guy at an up-and-coming guy, see what happens. Yeah,
it's either like you're sacrificing the stardom of an old GOAT to give it to a young gun, or you're bringing the old GOAT back and he gets more stardom because he beat...
Has there been a situation where the old GOAT like got the better of it? The only other situation I think of is BJ Penn getting
Frankie Edgar versus Yair Rodriguez.
I was gonna say against Yair, yeah. BJ Penn against Yair.
There's been a few of them.
That's all he gets.
There's been a few of them where that's the case, where the people are thinking that someone's out of their prime, and then they just like slow your fucking roll. And Frankie did that to Yair bad.
I don't know if Frankie Frankie definitely did not deserve to be treated that way in that fight.
Everybody who thought that Frankie was like out of his prime, or like maybe he is out of his prime, but he ain't like a shell of his former self. He's still a fucking amazing athlete. That's why he's fighting for the title.
Exactly.
But yeah, so Uriah's fighting a young guy.
What did you say? What card this was going to be on? Where this was going to be?
Yeah, it's going to be in Sacramento. UFC Sacramento.
So it's going to be in Cali, California kid.
It's going to be in his backyard.
Sure.
And it's definitely poised for Uriah to have a really good night or a really bad night. You know, it's not going to be one or the other.
That's what you like, right?
Yeah, he trains with Chael at Chael's gym, and I think it's in Oregon, and that's the same place where Paige Van Zandt trains and a couple other people. And Chael has said that Ricky is like the most beast of a guy he's ever seen inside of a gym,
Seriously?
like training. And Uriah was on Ariel's podcast, and Ariel told Uriah that. And Uriah started laughing. He goes, "Oh yeah, I know a lot of gym guys." He goes, "Who's he training with?" He didn't sound like nervous at all.
Okay.
Yeah. So shout out to Uriah. I really, really want him to win. I want him to come back. I want him to get like a title run or nothing like that. But
I'm on the train of the young guy. I always like prodigies, not prodigy obviously, but up and comers. I like to see what if they can prove themselves or not. He's from.
I like my guys that I know, and I'm like really.
Yeah,
really
you live in the past. I've seen.
I do.
I've seen it.
Next thing is obviously Poirier versus Khabib has been confirmed in Abu Dhabi in September.
Fuck. I don't even know what do you think about that? Because
I think
Poirier the best challenge for Khabib. Because I think
out of everybody,
out of the available fighters,
no, El Kukui.
You think Kukui is better, despite being like 34
if El
and
Kukui
skinny.
beats Donald Cerrone in an El Kukui way, then yes, I think that El Kukui will still be the toughest test. Because if you look at his skill set, and you look
what
at
does he offer that Poirier doesn't besides
an amazing ground game and amazing cardio? Poirier's
good cardio.
Doesn't have Tony. I almost said Khabib. He doesn't have Tony cardio.
But that being where does your cardio go when you're getting laid down on the ground? I think Khabib is more not Khabib. I think Tony is a little more susceptible to that, just his size and his weird, lengthy, bony build.
He's a 10th planet black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's very unorthodox and very non-traditional on the ground. Whereas Poirier will get flattened and he's going to get held down really easy from Khabib, more than likely, right? And that's going to take more energy out of him in a 5-round fight than it would Tony, because Tony is very comfortable in his guard. That being said, also, Khabib's not known for his punching power, right? So he doesn't have like
he wasn't before Conor either, and he lit him up.
True, but I'm saying if you look at the one knock on Tony is his chin's suspect. He's gotten rocked several times in several fights.
Not like you can't get hit from the ground, though.
Oh, he can. He absolutely can.
Yeah.
But I'm saying Khabib is like his striking is the last thing you need to worry about as far as getting knocked out standing up.
Yeah.
And if you look at the ground game in the whole lightweight division, Tony is probably the most game for Khabib's ground. I'm not saying Khabib's not going to smash him,
right?
But Connor, god damn it,
Dustin.
Tony will try to go for his submissions off his back, and he may make Khabib a little hesitant and like lunging a little bit too much or throwing his arm out there a little too long. Like Khabib will have to be on his A game. And Khabib's weakness is, if he has one, it's his cardio. And El Kukui's cardio is a machine. So it's a really good matchup.
Sure.
That being said, Poirier impressed the fuck out of me
against
Holloway. Like, he really, really did. And I don't know if that had anything to do with Holloway not expecting that kind of power at the lightweight division, because he got rocked early in that fight. Really early. But Holloway's a dog. He stayed in there the whole time, and he was trying to impose his will and his cardio on Poirier, which it was starting to work in like the third round, and then the fourth round a little tiny bit, but Poirier just started rocking him, and I feel like once you get rocked that hard, it's kind of hard to come back. And Poirier also, he can go 5 rounds, so it's not like it wasn't like Conor versus Holloway. Like, if that was a 5-round fight, Conor would have probably lost in the 4th or 5th round from being exhausted.
That's,
ain't that right, Don?
Ifs or whatever. We don't have to talk about it. No
I
proof.
do think it's a fucking very competitive fight. I don't think it's going to be a one-sided beatdown at all.
Not.
So,
as always, I'm going to root against Khabib.
And honestly, who knows? Like, that's a long time from now. Both of them are prone to get injured. Like, both Cowboy and Tony have already said after this fight they're training and getting ready for that fight.
I imagine so. Yeah, you expect the winner of both of them to take on the winner of Poirier.
Right. No,
Khabib.
They're training to see if one of them gets injured to step up.
Oh shit! To replace. Okay.
Yeah. Cowboy already says, like, I got a feeling one of them's going to get injured, and after I win this fight, I'm going to step up. He goes, I don't care. I don't know who it is. I just got a feeling. And then,
if Khabib goes down, either of them against Poirier, I mean, that's a toss-up.
Yeah. Poirier may be a good kryptonite to El Cucuy just because he fucking bangs. He got really, really hard punching power. Cowboy and Poirier
might be too wily for him.
The way Cowboy fought El, he impressed the fuck out of me.
You pretty much wrote him off as soon as he walked in.
Yeah, I did.
I figure we'll get to that fight when we get to it.
Yeah. So, yeah. Amazing fight coming up in September. Connor's not going to be anywhere in the picture. He broke his arm. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, I did not know that,
he broke it at training. So, he has a cast. He's probably not going to fight till next year.
Fuck, man.
Probably fight the winner of that fight. Because Connor gets what he wants and he sells whatever.
Why would you not fight the winner? Not the winner, but why would you not just fight Nate, honestly? That's the only thing I could picture.
I don't know. Because it's stupid. I don't know. I wish they did.
Because stupid?
Yeah, 'cause stupid. Speaking of Nate, he was on Ariel's show. Like we talked about the Pettis Nate fight already. I kind of broke it down. And I think I already told you when I first listened to that part of the podcast, I thought it was kind of like sketch. Like it seemed like it was unprofessional. And it seemed like Nate was a little bit nervous in that.
He was in like public, right? And people were coming up to him and shit.
Yeah, but the first time I listened to it, I was shopping at Randazzo's getting fruit and shit at the fruit market. And I re-watched it because he has a video.
Yeah.
And I was off on him being like uncomfortable. Like he seemed pretty comfortable and chill, but it was just like unprofessional in the sense that he was in a public area, so there was a lot of background noise.
Yeah.
And people were coming up to him and talking to him.
Right.
And he was just straight up moving throughout the whole thing. Like he was in the lobby of his apartment, then he went outside of his apartment, then he got in his truck and started driving.
Not wanted to sit still. He's one of those pacers while on the phone, I guess.
Like he didn't give a fuck at all.
Guess not. When has he?
But it was pretty. I liked the podcast overall. Like he was talking about. At first, they were just asking him, like, where has he been? Like, how come you haven't fought in 3 years? And Nate's just like, I've been here the whole time. He's like, why would I fight for a company that's trying to dog me? And blah, blah, blah. And then, like, he started, like, talking about just little shit about how when he was supposed to fight, who was it? Dustin? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he had the press conference, and they were telling him things behind the scenes to get him to fight. I guess they were telling him things about, like, Conor can't fight right now. That's why, like...
Just to coerce him into it,
right? And
like
then
this is your only option.
That and like they were saying this is your best option, like. And then he's like, "Fuck it, I'll take it." And then he went to the press conference, and like at the press conference, they showed the Khabib versus Conor trailer,
like highlight, promo,
and they're doing it on Nate's press conference, and more people are gonna watch because of Nate. And they told him that Conor wasn't fighting, so he's like, "Fuck this," and that's why he walked out. And little shit like that
makes sense.
And he was talked about. He's like, "Hey, all you motherfuckers who got CBD sponsorships now," he's like, you're fucking welcome. Because he's the one that like got CBD into the MMA game. And they literally made the Nate rule, where you can take CBD.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that's exactly what it's called, but what's that?
It originated from?
What's the USADA representative that works for the UFC?
Let me look it up.
I forget his name. But he deemed it or dubbed it the Nate rule. So he's talking a little bit about that, and he was chill. He was showing Ariel his apartment. He goes, "I'm up." So yeah, this is my apartment up there. Like showing him and shit, like little things like that.
What was Ariel's reaction to all that? Like
just
going with it, obviously.
Yeah, and then
he's pro.
Yeah, like they know each other, so they got like a relationship. And Nate was like, he wasn't treating it as like just a straight reporting question and answer. He was treating it like he was kind of a conversation.
Just FaceTiming.
Yeah, and Ariel was talking to Nate about what Anthony was saying, like how Anthony has all this big bad beef with Nate, and Nate was like, he's like, I like him. He's like, he's a good fighter. He's an exciting fighter. He had a good performance against Wonder Boy, and it was hilarious because he was like, Ariel's like, did you watch it? He goes, yeah, I watched it. He goes, what did you think? He's like, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't watch it. I watched the ending. He's like, well, that's only because it's on UFC Fight Pass. So if UFC could put that fight on so I could see my opponent fight, that would be nice.
Why would Nate Diaz not have UFC Fight Pass?
No, he has it, but that fight's not on Fight Pass.
Oh, I gotcha.
So little shit like that was fucking hilarious. But he was saying, like, at first he was saying him and Anthony don't really have a problem, and then he started talking about
the previous beefs they've had.
Yeah, he was talking about what Anthony was talking about, like how Anthony and Gilbert were on the Ultimate Fighter, and Nate was with Gilbert, and Anthony said that him and Nate had nothing to say at all, and then all of a sudden Nate started popping off at the mouth or something like that, like he's fake kind of thing. And Nate was like, no, we were fine. We were straight. And then he was saying, Nate was saying he was in a really fucking pissed off mood one day. And he has, I don't remember why. I don't know if it had something to do with the fight with Gilbert.
Yeah.
And, Anthony, Megan O'Leary, and Joseph Benavidez were walking by him, and they walked right past him while he was fucking throwing a little fit. And he even says, I was throwing a fucking fit, and they came at me. That's their bad. They shouldn't be fucking coming at me like that, so fuck them.
But he's got his fucking reasons.
I just started fucking cracking up.
God damn.
So it was classic vintage Nate.
Of course.
And, Ari was like, are you fighting? He goes, yeah, I'm fighting. And they're kind of confirming it. And he's like, I've never turned down a fight. I've never backed out. Or he's never not turned down a fight. He's never backed out of a fight ever.
Once you agree to it, yeah.
Yeah, which is, I guess, is true for the most part. Like the Dustin one, there's a little bit of controversy, but at the end of the day, Dustin got injured. So
yeah.
Nate never backed out until that time. So good on Nate.
It'll be an exciting fight to see.
Yeah. Hell yeah, it will be.
My God.
It's kind of coming up too.
Yeah, when is it?
It's before September. I know that. I don't know if it's. Let me look it up real quick.
I have all the UFC fights here.
Diaz next fight.
Francis Ngannou.
Yeah, it's in August. UFC 241. It's the co-main event.
So
who's the
3
main
events
event?
from now.
241. I forget who's the main event. Oh, fucking DC and Stipe.
That'll be a fucking lit card.
Yoel is fighting Paulo Costa on that card, unless he just retires.
We'll see about that.
Rafael Sunsao is fighting Cody Sanhagen. That'll be a good fight. Cody's a good up-and-comer. But that's all they got on that card so far. So that's cool.
241. What to look out for?
And it's at 170. Nate said he's done at 155. He said he's punked everybody. He said he slapped Khabib. He's beaten Conor. He even conceded. He's like, okay, fine. I didn't win the second fight, but Conor didn't beat me. He's like, Conor didn't beat my ass, or he didn't finish me.
Fair. And
then he was talking about how him and Khabib. He said that Khabib acts like this really respectful Muslim, and he's like really religious and all that. But he said it was him and not Gracie. Kron Gracie. Sorry. It was Nate and Kron sitting at one of the other small promotions. They're watching a fight.
Yeah. And
Khabib and his his whole gang of people, his squad, they were trying to bully Nate and pick on him and
yeah.
And they were Nate was kind of what the fuck, and then they kept doing it and it pissed him off. So Nate went up to him and fucking smacked the shit, he smacked him in his face, and then that whole brawl started. But,
dude, I'm telling you, I think the Khabib team, I think they're scummy people.
Yeah, so I mean, if I hear Nate saying it as well, I might start to.
Here we go.
Because I'm a Nate ride or dyer, so I mean, I might have to say fuck Khabib.
Exactly. Yes. Need more on this train.
Yeah, so that's my little tidbits. Do you have any tidbits or no? You want to do the UFC 238 picks?
No, I'm good.
All right, so this card is fucking stacked.
From top to bottom, down to the prelims.
Yeah, just to name in the early prelims, Angela Hill's fighting, who used to be the Invicta champion.
Yep.
And she's fucking hot as hell, in my opinion. She's fine. She's so fine. And she's nerdy as fuck. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but she's married and shit.
Damn.
Fucked up. Eddie Wineland. Eddie Wineland is the first card on the early prelims, and he fought Mighty Mouse for the title at one point. No, Henan Brow. Sorry. So he's a decent veteran.
Right.
He's a name, and these are on the early prelims on Fight Pass. And then you go to the preliminary card, and then you got Karolina Kowalkiewicz.
I can't believe she's third on the prelims. Who's Alexis Grasso?
I don't know her offhand. I don't. So she has a good record. So I'm assuming it's going to be a competitive fight for sure. And then you got Aljo versus Pedro Munoz.
That's a great fight.
This is an amazing fight. This is where I wanted to start to make the picks. So we can do that now. This ain't shot picks.
Oh my good lord!
I'm not fucking getting plastered anytime soon. So
if
you listen to the previous podcast, you'll know why.
Yeah, especially if you guys are going to be on vacation at the time. I was doing this on my own, just shot
for real,
shot
by yourself. Why did it say
this is awful? I'm gonna be sad. First of all, before we even get into the fight, should this be on the main card?
No, dude. The main card's because I would put
another fight in the same.
Yeah, I would put Rivera and Peter Yan on the prelims, but I think they're trying to
build up
the ESPN card just to people on ESPN, then put them. So then they'll go, hey, let's watch the main event.
Isn't Peter Yan he lost his last fight, right? But before that, he was on a 20-some fight win streak.
No, you're talking about Rivera.
Oh, right, gotcha.
Rivera lost to. Actually, his last fight was John Dodson. Both of their last fights were, and they both won. And Jimmy Rivera then lost to Aljo, and then wait, it might be the other way around. He may have just lost to Aljo, and then he beat John Dodson. Yeah, he just lost to Aljo. Before that, he beat John Dodson, and then before that, he lost to fucking Marlon Moraes. He got knocked the fuck out.
Everyone loses to Marlon Moraes.
Yeah. So
one of my new favorite fighters.
Jimmy's a beast, but they definitely could have put that on the prelims.
Yeah. Guess we'll see which one turns out to be the better fight. But as far as this fight goes,
this fight's gonna be fucking really good, dude. Aljo and Pedro. I looked up. Like, both of them have, like, very similar records. They're both, Pedro's 18-3, Aljo's 17-3. Aljo is significantly taller, though.
Oh, he's 1 foot taller.
That's not true. I don't buy that for a second. I just seen them at the stare downs, and he looked way bigger than him.
His reach advantage is 6 inches, so
yeah, I think he's
got a good dick on him.
Those.
I said that weird, but you know what I mean.
That was the last thing I was gonna
extra. It's on his head.
No, the height sometimes is suspect on these UFC.
Fair enough. Yeah,
websites.
I feel like that happens in all sports, honestly.
Yeah, like Chuck Liddell lied about his reach all the time. Like he said,
that's what I would do.
His shoulders in like this.
I'd have to do the opposite.
And like,
it's like, look at me. This is a 71-inch reach, and it's more like 50.
Yeah, so Pedro's coming off that huge win against Cody in that bar burner fight where Cody turned it into a brawl, and Cody was he was tagging him. He was rocking Pedro, and then Pedro clipped him once, and Cody's chin's not. He doesn't have a good chin, so he finished him.
It's fucking TJ.
Yeah, for real. Fuck TJ. And Aljo's coming off that very, very dominant performance against Jimmy Rivera, which really, really impressed me because I thought Jimmy was going to beat him. But yeah, Aljo, not only, I said that he'll probably beat him in the wrestling, but he outstruck him. And he was like physically imposing. He looked strong as fuck in the cage. So, that being said, who do you want? Do you want to take the first pick or?
Hang on a minute.
You trying to like see how the?
I'm gonna see what's Marlon. Okay, 1, 2.
Well, I think there's like 5 cards in the main event. 1,
well, yeah,
2, 3.
Is how
4,
they all
5.
are.
5.
So there's 7. So if we alternate, I pick this one. I get the main card. I get the main fight, right?
That's fine. Yeah.
I don't even know if that's right. My math's gonna bite
me
in the ass here.
You, then me, and then you, then me, then you, then me, then you. Yeah.
All right. So I'll go first. Is a toss up. I've listened to a little bit about both of them and about this fight.
They have beef. Like at the stare down, they were talking shit to each other. Aljo like flexed on him, and Dana flinched so bad.
I'm gonna go with Aljo.
Okay.
I typically like the guys with the reach advantage unless they're named Diaz. And Aljo, yeah, he was super impressive in his last fight. Pedro, didn't Cody say that once he got clipped, he was pretty much on autopilot for the rest of the fight?
He says that every single time.
Oh,
though.
Does he? Well, maybe it happens every single time. You don't know.
I mean, that's not a good excuse when you get knocked out 3 times in a row.
Fair enough.
So,
but either way, I think Aljo proved a more, not necessarily a tougher opponent because Cody is obviously a fantastic striker in his own right, but
yeah,
certainly not just going to get clipped and just coast.
He got knocked the. Oh yeah,
he's not going to reach him.
He won't turn into. He won't make it a brawl just because he got hit. But he's got knocked the fuck out.
How is Pedro's ground game?
It's not bad at all. It's Aljo is better. I think he'll be stronger, but I think he might have a hard time taking him to the ground. He can definitely press him up on the cage and hold him there for a little bit.
He's got some strength.
But Pedro has some fucking bomb power. He hits hard.
For sure.
So he can knock him out. So I'm comfortable with my pick. I'll pick Pedro. I was going to pick Aljo, but I'll pick Pedro. So next fight, Tatiana Suarez.
Tatiana, future champion Suarez.
Versus Nina Ansaroff.
Wife of a champion, Ansaroff.
Yeah, the Claudia killer.
Fuck you, man.
I like to call her.
How dare you? Why would you do that on purpose? I hate you.
She's a 3rd-degree black belt in Taekwondo. Taekwondo?
That's not how you pronounce it. Yeah, there you go.
And she's a purple belt in jiu-jitsu. The first thing I looked up, I wanted to know, like, what's her ground game like? Because this fight will go to the ground. And a purple belt is, like, it's not a black belt. It definitely means she knows what she's doing on the ground. And she's also training with Amanda all the time, who is a black belt.
That's got to do, like, leaps and bounds, some good shit for her.
Even your confidence.
She's kind of exploded a little bit. I remember, like, talking about her, her wife fights too? That's cute. And now here she is, fucking 10-5 dominating.
Yeah, for real. She's on a win streak, too. That being said, Tatiana's like the Khabib of the women.
Good Lord.
She has gotten 2 bronze medals. She was going to compete in 2011 for the gold medal, but she injured her neck pretty bad. Had to get like surgery and shit. So she stopped. She like dropped her medal aspirations and she started learning jiu-jitsu, and then she became an MMA fighter.
Not a bad thing.
And she won the Tough 23. She fought on the Claudia Joanna Tough.
Right.
She beat Amanda Bobby Cooper in the final, which is from Detroit.
Right, I remember. We saw her fight live.
Yeah. And then her last fight was against Carla Esparza, who's also a very dominant wrestler, but Tatiana just fucking beat the fuck out of her, like brutally. So,
which is impressive because Carla is like one of the vets of the
Yeah, and
women's
her last
division.
performance was good. Like she what's that girl's name? She used to be on Team Alpha Male. She's fucking Justin Bolts, the coach at Team Alpha Male. Team Alpha, he left, so she was forced to leave because it was too awkward for her. Shit like that. Fuck, I don't like Justin. Fuck that guy.
Okay.
It's like fucking with her career.
Tell
and
me
shit.
how you really feel.
But yeah, Carla is like, she's a very competent fighter. Say that
for sure.
So that being said, I am gonna pick Tatiana, but I do think it's gonna be more competitive than people think.
Good.
So you're gonna pick Nina?
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Like I said, she's
I'd be happy if Nina won.
Yeah, she's exploded. I'd like to see her keep rising. She's got obviously a great mentor in the current champion.
Amanda's there with her though. Like it was funny. I was listening to the Embeddeds and they were signing the posters and shit. And she was talking about how champion. What's her name?
Which one?
Fucking double champ 135 pounder. 145 pounder. Her Amanda Nunes. Jesus Christ.
How'd you forget Amanda Nunes? Did you just say it?
Yes, I did. She was talking about how when she was weighing 145 pounds, she couldn't fit in her wife's clothes anymore. And then now that she's 135, she probably can. And then Amanda kept saying, I almost didn't take the fight because Nina said she was going to leave me. I was getting too big. That's funny. And then Nina's like, I was going to leave her. I was like fucking laughing. I'm like, that's a cool relationship.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm fine with taking Nina.
Yeah.
I don't know how she beats Tatiana.
You have to knock her out.
It's fucking tough.
I don't think she's stopping the takedown.
Yeah.
I mean, Tatiana has like a. Is this gonna be mean?
We'll see.
It reminds me of like a Bigfoot Silva face, like a
yikes! Like why do you have to say that? You could have did that way more subtly.
She has like a big chin.
I'm just saying that she looks like a caveman.
I didn't say it like that.
Basically,
I just said Bigfoot Silva face. You
know exactly what that means.
She is fine though, as far as her body goes and all that. She's gorgeous, and she has a really, really good personality.
Of course.
I should follow her on Instagram.
And she's fucking undefeated.
Yeah. So if she wins, she's probably gonna fight for the title next.
Imagine so.
It's gonna either her or Joanna, because I don't think Rose even wants the rematch at all.
Yeah, that was another thing. How are the rankings working out? Do you know the rankings of these two?
I think
are they both ahead of Joanna, or one of them's ahead of Joanna? And I don't think so. Right at all. I'm pretty sure.
If they are, they shouldn't be, because Joanna's only lost to Rose.
Joanna's what, 4th?
She better not be fucking 4th. How does that even make sense?
Oh God.
Yeah, Tatiana's 2nd and Nina's 3rd and Joanna's 4th.
There you go. It's both of them.
How the fuck does that make sense? Who is Tatiana beat? Joanna fucked Claudia up.
I remember hearing that. I was like, that's not right.
Or Joanna also fucked up Carla Esparza. These two haven't even fought Joanna. Granted, Tatiana versus Joanna. In a 3-round fight, I got Tatiana. In a 5-round fight, I got Joanna. Because the cardio.
Run around the Bigfoot and wait for it to fall.
Because I don't think she's going to finish her and she'll get tired.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Classic Claudia.
Yeah. Classic Joanna. Well,
I know what she did to Claudia.
Gotcha.
That's my fucking nightmare. Well, Rose will be removed from that list, assuming she never fights again. And whoever loses this will probably go under Joanna. So I think, the winner probably fights Joanna.
I think the winner will fight
Andrade,
and the loser will probably fight Joanna. If Joanna doesn't get the next title shot, which I think she deserves it.
You're right. So. But not if she's ranked 4, bro.
I don't agree with that at all.
Not if she's ranked 4.
So next... Oh, wait.
We picked, right?
Yeah, we did pick. I got Tatiana.
You got Tati.
So next fight's Taya.
We're on to the main card.
Tuivasa versus Blagov Ivanov.
Blagoj. Where did Blagoj come from? Was it WFC?
I don't know.
I'll look it up. Who do you think? This is my pick, but tell me about Ty. Well, I've only seen him fight a couple times.
Ty's gonna get staph infection if I'm taking those shoeies.
Fucking Australians, you can't doubt their culture, bro. They know what they're doing.
Dude, Jamie looked it up on his podcast, and I guess there's like a very high chance of getting a staph infection because of all the fucking bacteria and shit in someone's shoe.
Let's not even describe what it is
nasty.
For people that don't know. They don't need to know. If you don't know, you're lucky.
You drink beer out of somebody's shoe. Warren's shoe.
Yeah, he's done it at events after his fights, right?
Yeah, several times.
It's awful.
He got Brandon Schaub to do it on his podcast. It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, he was from the World Series of Fighting.
Yeah, he was probably the champ. He's 17-2. He has a really good record as far as heavyweights go.
Yeah, he had 3 title defenses.
Yeah, the one thing they have in common is they both lost to Junior Dos Santos.
Right, but I mean JDS
It's an
good.
animal. Yeah.
Good shit.
He's fighting Francis Ngannou. I can't fucking wait for that fight. I got JDS, son.
Seriously?
Fuck yeah, I got JDS. He ain't scared of anybody. I want to see him put his finger down right in front of Ngannou's face.
That is one of the most like hype things to do before the fight.
Dude, that's so like intimidating.
I know.
Like fuck. And then when he fought Kane got his face because it was like the trilogy fight.
That was one of the best stare
Yeah,
downs.
for real. It really was. God.
Yeah,
Flashback.
but Francis, all he has to do to look intimidating is stand there and have muscles.
It's like touch you.
Yeah.
He literally barely even hit Kane, and he went out. Thought he was
took his head off.
He thought he blew his knee out and shit. Like he thought that was the reason why he fell. But so Ty is coming off a loss. From JDS. He said he has been watching the fight every night before he goes to sleep as like a punishment / motivation to make him not just go into a fight reckless like he did against JDS.
Well,
I don't know how productive that will be. I could definitely see how that motivates you to get up and work harder and be more disciplined.
But could it motivate you in like a negative way? Like make you overthink it? Maybe.
Yeah, I hope I don't put doubt in his head. But he seems like a very relaxed, chill guy. He's very like laid back.
And JDS presents quite the fucking challenge that he probably felt like he had to be reckless in order to do anything. But Ivanov, he's probably not going to feel that same pressure.
He's an MMA fighter. He has like 5 knockouts, 6 submissions, like 4 decisions.
He's like an agile Mark Hunt.
Yeah.
It's fucking absurd.
That being said, I don't think Ty's gonna be too intimidated him striking wise, and I think Ivanov, I think he's gonna try to take it to the ground. He definitely has more experience. He's a fucking Australian Samoan monster who has a ton of heart, who has a ton of hype behind him because he's just got a really good personality, and he's gonna go out there and this is after his first loss, so you fucking learn a lot after a loss.
Oh, absolutely.
So make your pick, motherfucker.
I think I'm gonna go with Ty. I was thinking Ivanov this whole thing, but
how's he gonna win? Shui?
Yeah, just gross him out, make him
fucking
puke.
Yeah, just down his Shui and fucking make the other guy like, oh, I don't want you getting near him.
I'm gonna say a TKO. Ivanov is 32. He's shorter than Ty, and he's got a reach disadvantage. Ty is a big fucking boy.
Fuck yeah, he is. But I heard he's lost a significant amount of weight for this fight.
He's still heavier than Ivanov.
Yeah, like he used to have to cut a lot of weight to make the UFC, though heavyweight. Like I think now he doesn't even have to cut. Not saying too much. But
no. Yeah, I'm gonna say
this
Ty
is Fat
TKO.
Boy season, son.
Absolutely. Not even just
Ruiz,
that.
heavyweight champ. Kidding me? Daniel Cormier. It was Fat Boy season.
Absolutely. I'm sure you're very proud of it.
Yeah, makes me like I can take a day off the gym. Yeah, okay. So you're going with
Tuivasa, yep.
Okay. I'll go with Ivanov by decision. I don't think he's gonna finish him.
Yeah.
So
makes sense.
Jimmy Rivera versus Peter Yan.
This is interesting.
Yeah, like I said, Peter Yan is a up and comer. He's been on I think he's on a 7-fight win streak. And Jimmy Rivera has, in his last 3 fights, he's lost 2 of them. That being said, before that, he was on that ridiculous 20-something fight win streak.
Yeah.
Jimmy Rivera is a complete fighter. He is one of those fighters that has amazing footwork, amazing head movement, amazing striking, amazing takedown defense. And if it does go to the ground, he gets right back up. He is a championship-style fighter who wins in a lot of decisions.
Yeah.
He's not a finisher. He's not flashy, but he has like the complete package.
You know, looks like Yan has a lot of decisions, yeah.
Yeah, Yan, yeah, he does. And I think, I forget, who's his one loss to?
Yan's? It was Magomedov.
Yeah, and then he beat him. Like, it was like a trilogy fight.
Yep.
So, he got revenge on his fucking loss.
So,
this is a tough one.
Yeah, it could go either way, but Jimmy Vera is definitely more established and probably a safer pick.
He's 3 inches shorter, but he has an 1.5 inch reach.
It's crazy. I hate people like that. It makes me feel bad.
I want to go with Jimmy Rivera by decision. I don't think his time is done yet. I don't think he's a journeyman just yet. I think he could still...
Not gatekeeper.
I think he can go for a title run. Like, I think him versus Aljo would be really... Or no, not Aljo. Him versus Pedro Munoz would be a really good fight. Like, I think I would, like, favor him in that fight. Because I think they're, like, very similar styles. And I think Rivera would be just a little bit more poised as far as the experience and what it takes to get the decision win. I think he'll do that against Peter Yan as well.
Sucks being the less experienced guy in these kind of situations. But I mean, I'm fine with taking Yan. I already said that I like the up-and-comers. He's only 3 years younger, so it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But Rivera...
Yeah, I'm going with Rivera.
He's really good.
I'm going by decision.
I'm looking at like his past fights as see like a weakness or something, and I'm just seeing a lot of green wins.
Rivera's only losses have been split decisions and the one freak knockout from Marlon.
Yeah.
Which
I'm all right. I guess
Marlon's been fucking doing that to everybody recently.
exactly. He's one punch man. I'm fine with Yan. I'm gonna go decision as well though.
Okay.
So hopefully it's not a boring fight or anything. I think these guys will definitely bring the heat.
It's either gonna bring the heat or it's gonna be very
technical.
boring. Like a very boring fight for the fair weather fans, the fake fans.
It doesn't be fundamentally sound and
Yes.
shit.
Yes.
Okay, so you got Jimmy, I got Peter. On to the
Next fight.
fans' main event.
Yes, the main event. Here's the one thing I hate about this fight. The reason why I wish it was the main event is because it is not 5 rounds now.
So we're not even seeing like the full capabilities of
And
these guys.
that kind of faults both of them.
Yeah.
Because Cowboy traditionally is not a fast starter. So in a 3-round fight, Tony is a fast starter. He can sneak around in the very beginning, which could fucking make the fight, you know?
Yep.
Also, Tony is a pressure-based fighter, so he gets stronger as the fight goes on. So it kind of hurts them both, and equally, I guess. And also, it hurts the fans because we would love to see a 5-round fucking war with these guys. And also, if you make them the main event, the 2 title fights are still 5-round fights because they're title fights.
Exactly. We're being robbed of fight rounds here.
Yeah. I mean, granted, it was a very, very quick turnaround for Cowboy, like 3-week notice.
Surprising, honestly.
Yeah. And
especially for someone
it was a
like
quick
Tony.
turnaround for Tony Ferguson as well. It's not like he was like in a really, really good training camp, like getting prepared. He was
You're right. Lots of personal shit.
Yeah, he had a lot of personal issues. I don't want to go like too deep into it just because
It's his business.
Yeah, like out of respect for him.
And it's not like we know everything about it. Anything
Yeah.
that happens behind closed doors, that shit. His wife supports him, so
Right. And
should too.
a lot of people like who have asked him about it, he goes, "This ain't 30 for 30. Like this ain't that time yet." He goes, "I'm in a fight. I ain't looking in the past." He goes, "I gave myself a time." He said, "I gave myself a day to cope and deal with shit, and then back on the high horse and back to getting the grind on." And I was like, "Fuck yeah, I like that."
Well,
Respect.
Cowboy said something very similar. He said, I've grown up a little bit, and I'm not just here fighting on Saturdays. I want to get that championship. I'm here to go get it.
I know, but every time a reporter asks him, like, would you have taken the fight regardless? He's like, fuck, probably. Because he's like, I'm only taking fights that are for my title. Granted, this right here is a next title shot fight.
That's a big step up.
Like,
into the...
people fucking forget, Tony has not lost his title. He beat Kevin Lee. He was for the title, like for the interim title. He
kind of bullshit. He keeps getting these interim.
They stripped him from the interim title because he tripped and fell in a media day thing. Dana and blew his fucking knee out, freak accident. And Dana was like dogging him, saying it was sunglasses, and it was his prescription glasses. It wasn't even sunglasses.
Jesus.
And then they wanted him to fight Max Holloway for another interim title, and his previous management, who he just fired, advised him not to do it. So he did not do it because he didn't want to win 2 interim titles.
Good.
He regrets not doing it, obviously, because he would be fighting Khabib right now if he beat Holloway.
Sure. But I like the principle. Fuck the interims.
Yeah. And also his management, I forget the name of it offhand because, I'm an idiot.
Yeah,
but they're the same management of Conor McGregor. So he's like speculating reasons why he's had such a hard time getting the title fight.
Because they're favoriting Conor?
Yeah, which makes sense because that management's going to make way more money off Conor than they would off a Tony fight.
I saw that. Yeah, his manager talked him out of the Conor fight, didn't he?
I don't know if they talked him out of it. They definitely talked him out of the Max fight. So he's got new management now, and obviously his personal issues seems like things are getting better.
As long as he can keep it on his mind.
Right. He has his family supporting him now, which was like the main issue. So things are going good. I've heard like Eddie Bravo was just on Joe Rogan's podcast and talking about like freak fucking stories from him, like how fucking relentless he is in the gym. Like Chael Sonnen was talking about how he used to be trained. He used to be a training partner of Tony. Like he never trained with him, but they had the same gym. And he said he can't name names and he can't tell gym stories because it's not professional. That's not what they do, like bro code kind of thing.
Yeah.
But he said there has been like names, like names,
big guys
that have gone and sparred with Tony, and they have wilted and gotten exhausted because of Tony's pressure. And then I'll bring another name into the fight because the other person can't do it anymore, and he'll exhaust him as well.
What the fuck?
Like Tony's just a fucking cardio machine. He don't stop.
That's absurd.
And he just fucking looks like a fucking very, very strong, sharp fighter, like sharp as in like he'll use his fucking bones, he'll use like his elbows, and like he fucking looks like old muscle,
made out of
really
knives.
skinny, old, strong muscle.
Yeah, he's a weird build.
And he's fucking relentless with his mindset. That being said, Cowboy has been on a fucking tear. I've been a Cowboy hater his past few fights because everyone was talking about after he beat Mike Perry. Oh my God, Cowboy's back, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, cool. He beat Mike Perry.
Right,
Mike
slow your
Perry
roll a
ain't
little
a
bit.
fucking road beater. He's a good fighter. I
Cowboy's
like
still
Perry.
36.
Right. And then he dropped down 155 and he beat Alexander Hernandez. It was a great performance, but Alexander Hernandez, a young prospect who probably will be a title contender in the future, but he's not there yet.
Yeah.
So, okay, he ain't a fucking road beater yet. Then he was going against Al Quinton. I was like, there's no fucking way he's beating Al. Al, like, I have such high praise for Al just because I know how good he is.
Yeah.
And Cowboy fucking destroyed him.
Beat his
Literally
ass up.
destroyed him.
Even Al Quinto said himself, he beat his ass
Yeah,
up.
he said he gave him an old-fashioned lesson, like a good beatdown. And it's pretty cool because Al is he's there right now in Chicago with them because he's a partner with Aljo, training partner in New York. So I'm sure they probably met up and like gave each other respect and shit.
For sure.
But that impressed the fuck out of me. It really did. So back to another thing that also impressed the fuck out of me is that he kept telling everybody after the fight that in his head he wasn't mentally there. Like before the fight, he wasn't training in the back. Like he just didn't have it. Like, and Cowboy's been notorious for just mentally being unstable before the fight and getting wilted, getting knocked out in the first round, or not performing the way he should. Like Nate punked him. Jorge Masvidal punked him. People can have punked him in the past, and he's even admitted it. And in this fight, it wasn't like Al was trying to intimidate him. He was just saying he just didn't feel like he had it, which I imagine everybody has bad days at work, you know?
Sure.
And he's fought fucking 42 Zuffa fights. He's going to have a bad day at work. And that was a bad day at work, but he said he fucking faked it till he made it, and then he found it in the second round. So that gives me a lot of assurance that Cowboy is so much more mentally strong now. I don't know if that's because of his kid. I don't know if that's because he's getting older. He has more experience. Who knows what it is, but he definitely got past that mental hurdle.
Right. That's pretty much going to be a battle of experience over
Battle
mental
of like
hurdles.
Nutrition or whatever that's called.
Attrition.
Nutrition, yeah. This is your pick, right?
Yep.
Thank God. I did not want to fucking pick this fight.
Good. I know you always struggle with trying to pick Donald Cerrone because in your heart you want to pick him, at least
right.
Barring these past performances, but he's just not always the best pick.
Right.
Well, in this case, I'm gonna stick you with him.
You're picking a Cowboy?
I'm gonna pick Tony. I'm gonna stick you with Cowboy.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I was gonna pick Cowboy.
You're gonna pick Cowboy?
I was gonna pick Cowboy.
Tony's got a 3.5-inch reach advantage. He's shorter though.
11 fight win streak, longest in lightweight history.
Against who though?
What do you mean against who?
Besides Iaquinta.
No. Tony is on an
Tony.
11 fight win streak.
So why? Yeah. So what are you saying?
I was giving him props. I wasn't dogging him.
Oh, gotcha.
I
thought you were like telling me why he was gonna lose.
Are you fucking kidding me? Against who?
Right.
Kevin Lee,
obviously,
RDA, Edson Barboza.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The list goes on.
I feel like Tony Ferguson. Yeah, Cerrone's been on a tear right now. He's obviously motivated. Even when he's not motivated, he's performing. But Tony Ferguson, I feel, is like on a tier above.
Yeah. I don't think this is gonna be. It's either gonna be a knockout from one of them, or it's gonna be a fucking barn burner. It's not gonna be a non-competitive or underwhelming fight. It's impossible. Every time they say it's impossible, like the Derek Lewis and Ngannou, things like that, sometimes it just doesn't work out. This is impossible. It really is. Because they're both going to stand and bang. Cowboy already said he expects, he's crazy as fuck. He's going to come at me. He's going to really come at me, and he's going to make me have to go in the very beginning. He's like, I better not have a slow start. And Tony keeps saying, Cowboy, he's the only one with the balls to take the fight, and he better be fucking ready. Because I'm fucking going after him.
Well, if Cowboy knows, he knows what he's in for.
Fuck. I am so excited for this fight.
That'll be a really good one.
Don't even feel real because it kind of like came quick. And like I kind of like forgot about it for a second, and then it's like back. It's like, oh shit!
Wait, this is happening?
Yeah, this is fucking like 2 days from now.
Well, I mean, let's pray to the MMA gods.
Fucking for real, I'd be so salty. So you're going with El Kukui?
Yes, I am.
How's it gonna happen?
I'm gonna go 3rd round triangle from the guard.
From the guard?
Yep.
Wow.
I'm picking my picks here. Taking my shot.
I was gonna say, if there's a submission you should go for, it should definitely be a Darce choke.
I forget what a Darce choke is.
It's like a head and arm triangle choke, but you're on top and you're like on the side.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like really good at head and arm. I mean, he got a triangle submission over Kevin Lee, but that's traditionally over wrestlers who are going to take you down. That being said, Cowboy has been taking fighters down recently. He has been mixing it up. He has. So, I mean, that could happen. Cowboy's really, really good in jiu-jitsu and wrestling as well. I think El Kukui has a better ground game, but I think Cowboy won't get submitted from a triangle unless he's exhausted. I think he'll get submitted by a Darce choke.
That's why I said third round. It'll be towards the end of the fight. We're going to be like, is this going to go to a decision? This is fucking crazy. Who's going to win?
It's not a 5-round fight. I don't think either one of them are going to get tired unless they get rocked really hard.
Like you said, I think there's going to be a barn burner. They're going to be going at each other from the start.
Yeah, the blood's going to be drawn really quick with the elbows.
But then it's going to get slippery, so maybe he doesn't get the grip on it. I don't know. I mean, I'm sticking with the pick.
You don't really need... Like, blood don't affect that too
I honestly don't know the physical, the function of the triangle. I don't know how it works. It just looks like guys start dying.
And it'll make you slipperier, but if he gets the arm in and then he gets the triangle right positioning and he just puts his head down, it's hard to fucking get out of it. Yeah. So, okay.
It's a bold one.
I'm going to go with Donald Cerrone, first round knockout.
Woo, boy.
I think his traditional slow starts and his traditional, like, getting overwhelmed or mentally unstable.
It's not an option.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I think he's gonna look at his summary before his fight, even if he fucking is feeling that feeling, and then he's gonna fucking go in there. And Tony's chin is suspect, and I think Cowboy is an elite striker. He proved it against Al. He fucking literally proved it, and he'll be composed enough to finish Tony. He's not gonna go and rock him and then sprawl on him and then let El Kukui do his little fucking weird ass rolls and fucking grab a hold of Cowboy's leg.
He knows
and
better.
Get his chin. Like, Cowboy will be smart with it. I think he'll be precise like I thought Conor would be if they ever fought.
Fuck, that's a tough one.
So,
all right,
I'm not confident with that pick at all.
I mean, how it can't be.
I want El Kukui to win just because more than anything I want Tony versus Khabib more than any fight.
Fair.
Did you know, fun fact, in Khabib's new contract that he just signed, there's a clause in it for GSP? Like,
what does that even mean? Like if no other fighters available or something?
Well, like he has like a new 3-fight deal, and one of them is like GSP related. I don't know much more than that, but I think it is like definitely foreshadowing because GSP even said he's like I'm retired, but if like a movie thing, like hey, you can come fight this guy,
come fight the Russian.
If Dana lets me, I'll do it. So, fuck.
I like it. Let's see it.
That's another fight of fights right there. If GSP beats Khabib, he's the GOAT. 155-pound champ, 170-pound champ, 185-pound champ.
That would be when he's like, what, 36 or 8? How old is he?
33? 36 right now.
He's 36 now, so it'd be when he's like 38, 39. So
yeah,
that'd be impressive for sure. But
fuck yeah,
that's pretty far-fetched. That's neither here nor there. Co-main event.
Valentina the Bullet versus Jessica Evil Eye.
Bulletproof.
Yeah, who wore Bulletproof in the weigh-ins. Did you
clever.
Did you see Henry Cejudo at the weigh-ins?
I saw that he came out with props and shit. I was like, I don't want to see the props.
Ariel took a picture of him, and the caption is "The King of Cringe," and it's so fucking.
Did they bring a bunch of gold medals or something?
He came wearing like a fucking crown, like a royal cape, and then he had like a top hat, magic hat. And he pulled a mouse out of it for like Mighty Mouse. He like threw it to the fans, and he threw a snake out of it, and he bashed the snake down like TJ threw it. Then he grabbed a rabbit. So I don't know if Marlon Marias is rabbit related. I don't know. I don't even think he has a nickname.
He's One Punch Man.
Yeah. So
but no,
Marlon was just laughing, and then they were staring each other down. And you could tell Marlon's like super emotional.
Seriously?
Like not like maybe not in a bad way, but you could tell he wants to fucking fight him. Like he's just giving him that fucking devil look.
Well, this is what he's been waiting for.
Oh yeah, it's his fucking title shot, and then Henry's fucking making a show out of it and shit. I fucking love it. It's hilarious, but
Shevchenko.
Yeah. So this fight, I love Jessica. That being said, ain't too much to say.
Not too much to say.
Valentina is the fighter of fighters in the women's division. She arguably could be the greatest women's fighter of all time. The first Amanda Nunes fight was super fucking close. Arguably, Valentina won that fight. Second one was also super fucking close. That one was a little bit more towards Amanda, but it was a very technical fight, but it was dull because they both were like so hesitant.
Sure.
Valentina outstruck Holly Holm. She fucking submitted, I forgot her name. She's pregnant now. Let me look at her record real quick. She's notorious for her ground game. She won the Ultimate Fighter. But, pretty much what I'm trying to say is, like, Valentina has had the reputation of an amazing striker, right? Her ground game hasn't been, like, noteworthy.
Yeah.
And, Julia Pena, she submitted her. She outstruck Holly Holm. She submitted Julia Pena, who's like a really good wrestler. Then she lost to Amanda Nunes. Then she had that fucking beatdowns at 125 that fight shouldn't have even been regulated against whoever the fuck, Priscilla Cochera.
Yeah, that sucked.
And then she beat Joanna.
Kicked her into another dimension.
Yeah, she outstruck Joanna. She's fought the who's who, arguably won one time against Amanda, beat Joanna, beat Holly Holm, and she did that at 135. And now she's fighting at 125. Not 125 was Joanna, but she beat Holly and fought Amanda at 135.
She's a
Jessica,
fucking beast.
I like Jessica. At one point, she was ranked the number 1 125-pound fighter.
Really?
Like when when Ronda and Misha were in Strike Force and they had like the 135, 125, 115.
Damn.
She was number 1 ranked fighter at one point. She is on a 3-fight win streak at 125.
She's on like a 7-fight decision streak.
1, 2, 3. She lost 4 in a row at 135, and then once they opened the 125 decision the 125 division, she has had 1 split decision, 1 regular decision, and then another split decision.
She lost to Betch Correa.
That was a split decision bullshit loss.
What was it?
Yeah, she should not have lost that. That was no, that was in Ohio too. Fuck, damn, that was in her home crowd. That's fucked up. But yeah, Bullet by fucking just straight up beat down.
By Bullet.
Yeah, I think she's gonna. Jessica's tough.
She could be surprising.
She is tough. I think it's gonna be more competitive than what people think. But I think she's.
It could easily be the bully beatdown we're expecting, but
yeah.
Jessica I is experienced. Not that Valentina's not. Valentina's a superhuman.
I think Valentina is going to finish her, but I think it's gonna be like in the 4th round.
All right, so she's gonna make her work for it a little bit.
Yeah. You got Jessica I, buddy. Enjoy that shot. Hey, we'll figure out a new bet.
There's a 3-round fight. I'm gonna take decision, but it's not. So I'm gonna take pity. She wins by pity.
Then the main event, the king of cringe, Henry, who has a gold medal, Cejudo.
He has a gold medal?
Yeah, who would have fucking thought?
I would never
in
know.
Wrestling, dude.
Damn.
Against Marlon Moraes, who has been on a tear of terrors in the bantamweight division. Marlon has a 3-inch reach advantage. He's 2 inches taller. Very
similar.
Henry's
age.
older than him. I thought that would be the other way around.
I thought they were both younger, first of all, but yeah, Henry's 32, Marlon is 31. Not the biggest difference there, but
yeah. So Marlon was on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 fight win streak before he went to the UFC. And then he fought Rafael Assunção in his UFC debut.
His nickname is Magic.
Ah, that's why he had the magician hat and the bunny. Ah, Henry. Look at him.
Smarter than us.
Yeah. But he lost a very controversial split decision to Rafael Assunção.
Yep.
Then his very next fight was John Dodson, who he won the split decision, which John Dodson's no slouch against anybody.
Then all of a sudden,
he fucking knocked out Eljo with a knee of knees. Knocked him out bad.
Like he was unconscious.
For well over a minute.
Yeah.
And then he fucked up Jimmy Rivera with first round head kick.
Yep.
And then he fucked up Assunção. He got that win back. He starched him and then submitted him.
Ball don't lie.
Yeah.
Or submission don't lie.
Marlon has been on a tear. He fights in New Jersey with Frankie and Eddie and Edson. He has a very, very good coach. He has everything poised to win this fight. That being said, Henry Cejudo.
He's beating.
Henry Cejudo beat the GOAT.
World beaters, yeah.
He beat the GOAT. And it's not
literally
even.
A world beater. He kicked Mighty Mouse out of the UFC.
His only loss, other than the Mighty Mouse loss, is a split decision, very controversial loss to Joseph Benavidez.
Yeah.
Other than that, Wilson Reyes, he fucking knocked out, which showed that he's improving the fuck out of his boxing because his boxing improved significantly in that fight. Then he fought Sergio, who he beat in a decision, and then he fought Mighty Mouse, who he fucking beat, and he went through adversity in there because his fucking foot was going AWOL for a minute there. It was like some nerve shit from one of Mighty Mouse's kicks. And then he fucking starts the TJ Cheater in 1 round, literally 32 seconds in the fight.
It's crazy.
It's a good fight. This is your pick,
absolutely a
right?
good fight. Yes, it is my pick.
I know you're picking Marlon.
I'm picking Henry Cejudo.
What? Are you serious?
Time is not now for Marlon
You have
Moraes.
talked so highly
I
of
love him
Marlon.
so much. One Punch Man. He's a fucking anime character, dude. He sent people to outer space.
He looks like One Punch Man.
He absolutely does. I'm putting that on the cover of the podcast. You see it. It's Henry Cejudo. It's not like the odds haven't been stacked against him before. And he fucking beat him. He beat Mighty Mouse.
Yeah, he beat Mighty
TJ.
Mouse. He ain't going to be intimidated.
He's not going to be intimidated. It seems like Marlon, you said it yourself, he looked a little emotional. The message was sent. Marlon can make fun of him if he wants, but what do you say?
Cody Garbrandt commented on it. And he said, I fucking love it.
Of course he did.
And then Stylebender had like a bunch of laughing emojis and shit.
I can't pretend to know how Henry will win. It's going to be a fucking fight.
You might knock him out.
He could knock him out.
He got his hands. He got his power. He'll be faster than Marlon.
You got to worry about the takedown. Obviously Moraes is from Brazil. Is he a black belt?
Oh, yeah. And he's an amazing wrestler. He's like a Frankie Edgar for the 135. But you're right, Henry. You can't out wrestle Henry.
Exactly.
You can't.
So you got to worry about the takedown. Even though Moraes is good on the ground, you got to worry about it. It means that your punches are going to be not held back, but you got to worry about it.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot to worry about.
I don't think Marlon's going to be afraid to try to take him down, though. It'll be a very mixed fight, like the MMA fight. It's not going to be just straight striking.
God, this is the highest level.
This is a great fucking fight.
Fuck. I'm going to watch it right now. But yeah, I think everyone's already counted out Cejudo for some reason, and I don't get it. He's beat people who have already counted him out. Can't keep doing it.
I don't know why he's the underdog. It don't make sense to me.
Exactly.
So you're going to...
I'm picking Cejudo, even though I absolutely love it. I love Moraes. I'm going to go with TKO. Just like TJ. He's going to knock him down.
In the first round?
Not the first round. I'm going to say second round.
Damn.
There's going to be some ground fights, ground battles. And I'm going to say that Cejudo gets the favor on the ground. I think it could go either way, but I'm going to say that Cejudo's got it.
I agree with you that I think Henry's going to win. But if Marlon does win, I think it's going to be by a starch knockout.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go with
mildly
the third
embarrassing.
round. I don't think it'll be embarrassing. I think it'll be a competitive fight, and I think Marlon's just going to impose his will on him. He's going to show that he's the bigger man if he wins.
I can see it.
Kind of like Poirier versus Max. Competitive fight, but Poirier was just bigger and stronger.
It's just his night.
Yeah.
Could happen.
So
it's crazy.
Let's wrap this motherfucker up. We said it was going to be a half hour. It's already an hour.
Of course.
If you guys enjoy, if you think that our picks are good, you think we're retarded, let us know.
I did say triangle from the guard, but whatever. Get over it. Once it happens, you don't be talking shit.
Oh, for real. Hey, if that happens, I'm like, oh my God. Rate, share the shit. This podcast is going to be uploaded, what is it? Today's the 6th?
6th.
So it's going to be uploaded the 7th of June, and then we're going to have a Monday podcast. We're recording today on the 6th as well, so it's going to be a little bit outdated. Some of it's maybe like older news, but we got decent topics that are going to stand the test of time, so fuck off.
Right, E3 is coming up, so there's going to be a lot of gaming news. We want to get the current shit out of the way so we can focus on the later shit. Once Nick's on vacation, maybe I'll do some solo stuff, send some stuff your guys' way. But until then, make sure you do subscribe. Check out pnacast.com. We have merch and shit, all our episodes. We're putting shit on YouTube. Check out our Instagram. It's actually pretty lit.
It's getting there. One day at a time, motherfuckers.
Until next time.
Peace out.